Let me get you on camera. Where you from?
California.
No, for real. You know, I'm serious though.
Watts, baby.
I know where you from though. Where you from?
Eastside PJ Watts.
I'm from Grace 2 Rock, nigga.
Right.
They call you, homie?
Big Slice.
Big Slice?
Yes, yes.
All right, nigga. They call me Puto, cuz.
Right.
And that hustling. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing to be back in the black box. We blow us a session. Sorry about that little delay right there. I had forgot to add myself to the stage. But this is one beef that goes back through the ages. Even though 50 is a big old star, this ain't no industry beef. Even though Jimmy Henchman is in the industry, this ain't no industry beef. It's bled over. If you know, you know. It's been going on for decades. And it's just crazy. It seemed like it was a report came out through 50, allegedly, I guess, that Jimmy got touched up. And I guess somebody's clarifying it. It ain't true. Not sure, but y'all know how we do. So with no further ado, let's see what 50, Henchman, and all them done been up to. Rest in peace, my nigga Lodi Mac. I've told y'all before, I've had an encounter, at least one with Jimmy Henchman that I can recall at a game video, giving him an energy that I got to keep it to Google. I would have not given him had I known that was promised to pay back to me, Henchman, in due time. I know you bitch niggas is listening. The world is mine. Set me up, wet me up. Niggas cut me up, hurt the guns bust. But you niggas never shut me up. Touch one of mine. On everything I love, I will destroy everything you touch. Play the game near all out warfare. Eye for eye. I'm getting off the truck. But see, it's crazy because not only have I had to encounter with Henchman and not knowing what I was up against, and God kept me cool, I had a similar encounter with Zab Judah, clueless as to who he was, to where I was almost going to give him some energy that I got to keep it to Google. I don't believe I could have handled. He was so little. Now, if I'd have caught him off guard and rung his bell and just kept going, probably so. But he was so little, it's probably what I wouldn't have done. I probably would have got off, bam. And in my mind, I got the advantage. I'm thinking, you know, usually I'd had a lot of fights that's only one punch. And I would have pretty much imagined that would have been one of them where I was going to get off, bam. And if I didn't knock him, he was going to run up and get done up. And I had no idea. That's why we got the bar to say, not knowing damn near had to run it with Zab. That nigga Puto couldn't do nothing but laugh like, stick and move, you a fool, stay up under the jab. GIP Puto up top 3 times. What up, Zab?
They say the streets never forget, and neither does karma. This all goes back years to a name that once moved heavy in both music and the street. James Roseman, better known as Jimmy the Henchman, a man who built an empire through Czar Entertainment. But behind the scenes, prosecutors say he was running something much deeper, a large-scale cocaine operation. Back in 2007, tensions boiled over. Members tied to Jimmy had allegedly assaulted his son. And even though his son survived, the story didn't end there. Authorities say 2 years later, revenge came calling. Lowell Fletcher, also known as Lodi Mac, was lured to a dark street and gunned down. 5 shots, silenced weapon, no escape. That moment would seal Roseman's fate forever. After years of trials, mistrials, and pressure building, the verdict finally came in. Life in prison, plus 30 years. No comeback, no second act, just time. And now, years later, 50 Cent steps back into the conversation, doing what he does best, turning real-life consequences into public commentary, mocking, laughing, reminding the world. Laughing my ass off? Jimmy the Rat got poked up in the joint. it's hard to be tough around tough. Because in the end, the same energy you put out into the streets has a way of circling back.
I ain't gonna lie, in this instance, Curtis reminds me of Christopher Lovejaw, overreaching, over-speaking about what's going on in prison, and he seems to have been clueless. I'm not sure, but I'll just be looking at headlines and watch how this developed. It seemed like it was proven untrue. Also remind me of Ho No 100, referring to me in the Imperial Court Projects, talk about you feed the people, you lead the people, just lying.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and firing real gunshots. Fuck the sound effects, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Having real niggas from the hood shouting out to Henchman niggas that, yo, you know what I'm saying? We got bulletproof love for y'all niggas when y'all come through. Real niggas, not no fake ass niggas. Real niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, you know, like I said, there's real TV, there's ears to the streets. We got bulletproof love that's coming at a motherfucker real like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Just to like close it out.
Violator and Star Entertainment, Jimmy Henchman's company, are across the street from each other.
Jimmy Henchman always wanted to be Chris Lighty. Everybody knows that.
But a friend of yours, Lodi Mack.
Rest in peace, Lodi Mack. You know the story, like.
That's my nigga, man. It's the first, he a Damu from New York. And at that time, I ain't gonna lie, hearing gangbang talk out of New York, strong ass New York accents was kind of corny to me. I never treated niggas like such, but I just, you know, took some time to get adapted to. But this the first nigga I heard say King Burger instead of Burger King, because he didn't want to put the B in front of the K. Oh my mama.
I mean,
I know the story.
It was street shit.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, you know what? If I slap your kid, you gonna go all out too. It's the streets.
Yeah, Dick. So our interaction with Jimmy or any niggas in this industry was gangsters. They met us all on some go type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how 50 got their respect. Like when they speak to 50 like diplomatically when they seen him. Like when Jimmy Henchman, when I said came to the valet office, it wasn't on no gangster shit. It was on some diplomatic shit.
Jimmy Henchman's son got slapped up. And that set off a whole really bad set of events.
Right.
Which ultimately, you know, ended up with Jimmy Henchman in prison.
Mm-hmm. You slap my son, you might meet your maker. That's just me.
On the paperwork, and Henchman and them niggas supposed to come through, and I guess they gun jammed, but we had God on that side, and they backed out on the hit, but we had straps too, and that really was really it.
Jeter had real serious street beef with a lot of very serious guys.
Who?
Jimmy Henchman.
They got spanked. Nigga, are you crazy? I don't really want to go into all this, but they got spanked. What is wrong with you?
Y'all agree with Mano? If you check the scoreboard, I mean, it's kind of crazy. We trying to judge a war from the outside looking in with cameras as if every active moment is supposed to be documented. And that is just not true. It's crazy. Like, I hear people saying things on the internet now, like they did this with the person that killed this person, and they do this all the time with this person. Keep company with that. This person tried to get me to go shoot up. I hear people say all type of things online that even if they true, they should never be spoken in public. It just remind me of Nipsey when he say, always talking about that little shit you did. We don't say nothing about that big shit we did. We just see each other and nod. And you know what it is, Nightbug.
Jimmy had his way. Listen, in that situation, that situation, they wasn't a victor in that situation, brother.
Right.
Okay, so
but I feel like these guys stood.
You just contradicted yourself. You just said they got spanked, indicated that the other side was the victor. Now you doubling back. Because it seems like you got some personal hatred for 50. And I know y'all got y'all back and forth. I don't know if this is before this. It's been stated that 50 looked out for you day uno when you got in the game. And now since you dealing with these other dudes, he feel like you're not honoring whatever relationship y'all had. And now y'all taking shots at one another. But how can you turn from one? He's conflicted. And the Bible says an unstable mind, an unstable man, a conflicted man, or unwise in all his ways. Let me check it out. I don't want to. Let me see. What is the Bible verse that says something about a man is it an unstable mind? Is a man is unstable in all his ways? Something like that. I think it's a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You remember it almost exactly right. That version is the book of James 1:8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, bro. He's double-minded. The only thing he realized, he just said, they got spanked. Nobody was the victor. That's an oxymoron. Those two phrases collide. They don't resonate like oil and water. Too short for that, man, you know? You speaking from emotion.
Their ground.
Who stood what ground?
I think G-Unit stood their ground.
You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay.
And it's easy.
You don't know what you talking about. How can, this makes no sense. How can somebody say, oh, in that war, they got spanked. Nobody was the victor. They didn't stand their ground. You all over the place.
Easy to go for with the folklore. What else? Who else?
This call is from a federal prison. You will not be charged for this call.
Understanding, overstanding, understanding that there are no statute of limitations on murder. I can't believe people are having this open conversation, trying to check the scoreboard on camera and pick. And then how can you ever know who really won? You wasn't a part of it. You don't know how much damage was done that don't get broadcast. This shit crazy.
This call is from Jimmy. This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block this, you may begin speaking now.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, Jimmy?
Man, ain't nothing, my brother. Everything good?
Man, everything is everything, man. Yo, man, talk to me, man. I can hear it in your voice already, man. Like, yo, this shit is crazy, man.
Well, liars always be liars, and when people always listen to rappers, that's what they gonna get. They gonna get a bunch of lies, right? Especially lying ass rappers.
Yo.
At the end of the day, I'm well and fine, brother.
That's my young partner, Preem. He plugged in. He took a real humbling moment when his pops jumped out there and checked him. He didn't go big, buck, and all that. He regrouped, got himself in line, and now look, he's in the place to be a conduit of some real heavy gangster shit.
You good, right? And that joint is a false rumor, right?
False rumor all the way, man. I've been down 15 years, and ain't nothing has happened to me, man. So let's make sure that people are clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't never been in no PC. I ain't never been ran up. Nothing ain't never happened to me. No, I ain't never even had an argument since I've been down. So all this stuff about this the second time this liar done put a rumor out there that I got stabbed up, right? I'm fine.
This ain't his first time. 50 need to knock it out. He trying to troll prison like he trolled the industry. It don't work that way, man.
Fine and well, brother. I'm in population. Ain't nothing wrong with me. It's all love over here, man.
What?
Only concern is coming home, man.
Exactly. Why you think that he keep putting them lies out there about you? Like what is it? Like what do you think it is?
It don't even matter, right? They tricked me once and got me in prison. They not gonna trick me no more. All he is a bait trap for the police, and I'm not biting. I'm not biting.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
I got like 15 calls about the whole situation when he posted that joint, because you know he got me blocked on his page, so I can't even see it. But 15 people called me, and I'm like, oh man, I hope OG ain't.
That's something we got in common. Nephew, he got me blocked too.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, yo, it gotta be a lie. Ain't nothing happening to Jimmy in there, man.
Trust me, there'd have been dudes in the penitentiary calling, saying something happened to me. Ain't nothing happened to me, brother. In the 15 years that I've been down, right? See, them guys would never survive in my situation. They couldn't survive this. Trust me, I can survive this, man.
Yes.
Ain't nothing going on this side. Just because a person says something doesn't mean that it's true, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what these guys are used to now. And when street guys are listening to rappers and everything that they say is true, this is what they'll do. They'll put rumors out there, false statements, and all kinds of stuff. But they're going to have to get up a whole lot earlier than that to trick me again. And I'm not being tricked. I'm not biting at the bait. But I'm cool. Everything is good with me, and it's all love, man. I'm here, man.
I appreciate. Yeah, no, for sure, man. Appreciate the call, man. I'm glad everything is good with you now. I look forward to seeing you when you touch down, man. I know you be touching down real soon, inshallah. So, word.
Inshallah, things will work out. You know, they design.
It's crazy how on the East Coast so many gangsters speak that shit sounds so sincere when they say them inshallah and throw them words in there. It sound like they never touch a trigger or hurt another nigga, but they be with this shit.
To make sure I don't come home. My design and my job is to get there. So let them keep doing shaitan work and doing what they do. I'ma keep doing what
all that. This sounds so like righteous.
I do, and that's getting home back to my family.
Like, this ain't promise to pay back Jimmy Henchman in due time. So about I walked up in that trailer at that video shoot. He had on some slacks and like a dress shirt. It was tucked in, pants up. He the only one in there dressed like that. And like everybody else had a regular local banging type energy. And I was like popping up at the video shoot, trying to make my presence known, because at this point, me and Game relationship had been to where I knew every big event he was having locally, video shoots, shit like that before it happened. This was the first one I found out about without being known about it days or weeks in advance ahead of time. And it was like, when I found out, it was like, hey, you know your boy, like, so me, Crash, and maybe Puto popped up 3D, just unannounced, got the location off the low, and walked in the trailer just to like show niggas like, hey, we here. And Jimmy Henchman was the eyeball in there that I had never encountered, didn't have a local look. And I just remember that scar on his face. And when I walked around giving that aggressive energy in the trailer, I ain't gonna lie, I gave it to him a little like who is you? Like, and I walked in, dapped up a gang of niggas real heavy, made my presence known, shouted out, and got on. I didn't even stay for the video, just came to let them know. And I remember that moment, and I remember down the line, I don't know if it was a year, years, or a lot of months, but it wasn't immediately. It was sometime down the line. I looked in the magazine, put two and two together, and was like, oh, because he must have just become Game's manager. Because I remember before then, it was like, what was my nigga from up north? Fat Rat. D-Mac and them was handling him head and zone. And I believe, who was before Jimmy Henchman in that exact spot, though? I can't recall, but I had no idea who he was when I saw him. He was dressed so square. I'm like, why are you even there? And then later on, I figured out how, thanks for my mama prayer.
And not letting these dudes.
This call is from a federal prison.
Not letting these dudes trick me again, trick me out of my freedom.
Right.
And they definitely can't trick me out of my life.
Right.
All they could do is get me locked up. And so it's all love, brother. It's all good, man. Tell your pops I said what's up, and it's all love, all right?
Love. Peace, Jimmy.
All right.
Peace.
Young Preem and a gangster. This is what Keith is supposed to be able to do on 50 Cent behalf. Shout out to nephew, my nigga Marquise. Shout out to Shaniqua, his mama. Beautiful black people that I met, have no reason not to love them. At one point, it was the exact thing he expected of me, to love these people. And now, because of this petty, childish dude, that's not the case. Stop it. I still love both of them. And I just, as much as I don't really know what Big Supreme Senior looks like, but as much as Keith resembles 50 and the fact that he's gone in the cinema, just imagine having that dude to be able to play you as a youngster. It's crazy.
Just moments ago, 50 Cent jumped on
Hey, what you want to say about Meech? look what he was able to allow his son to do on his behalf. Marquise could have been the first Lil Meech in the acting in this generation if it hasn't been done before. Will Smith did it. And Pursuit of Happiness, one of my favorite movies. And the whole movie is the moment it built up to that when he walked out that meeting at that last time and they got that silent moment where he like don't know how to contain himself, and you could just, it's so deep how they illustrate that nobody else in the world has any idea why he was so happy. That's crazy, because I remember having met 50 Cent, and during a period of time shortly after I met him, being on a city bus, RTD, and being on that motherfucker looking like, don't none of these people know I don't give a fuck that I'm on this bus right now. That's crazy, because I knew what was to come, and I would do anything humble. That's why you see rich white people not overdo it with adorning themselves when they have finances, because when you really, really got it, you don't really give a fuck about what nobody thinks of you when they look at you. And I can remember when I first met this nigga, and he told me, I'm gonna go overseas for 30 days. When I get back, I'm gonna make it right. During that period of time, a few times I found myself on the bus. And mind you, I wasn't on, it was like, I had an opportunity to hit somebody for a ride, or even have had somebody drop me off last night in the morning, instead of calling for the person that has my car, Puto, to come get me or something of that nature. I would get on the bus excited, not giving a because like y'all see me on the bus, but y'all don't have no idea. And that moment kind of reminds me of what Will Smith went through on Pursuit of Happiness. I'll give you one more example of where I got chills. It's even more better illustrated to match that moment. A day or two after I met 50 at the Shorty Wanna Ride video shoot, right? The third day of this meeting, we met on one day, 2 days of a video shoot. The third day was a summer jam at the Forum in Inglewood. And we went there, did our thing, woo, 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 bam. After that, 50 gone, wop, wop, wop. A lot of the entourages and a lot of people was at the, I think it's the Westin or the W on Century, right by the airport. We up there thick, a gang of people. We by the bar, drinking, woo, 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 woo. A little Puerto Rican short dude walk up to me. Damn, I can't remember his name at this point. It's crazy how after 20 years, she's 50 years old. Gee, the gratitude is the attitude. But I used to call his name right off top. But a little short, light-skinned dude, I'm going to tell you what he was, since I can't think of his name at the moment. He was Dr. Dre A&R. I had no idea who he was. When he walked up to me, he introduced himself and said, I'm such and such, Aftermath. And I want to say, Spider, and before I get my name out, he was like, oh, please don't embarrass me like that. I know exactly who you are. Dr. Dre has been trying to sign you for years, but we thought you were signed to Suge Knight. At that moment, what you see Will Smith going through at the end of Pursuit of Happiness, we was in a real crowded lobby, gang of people, gang of energy. When he said that to me, like the whole room was deaf. It was just like that moment. Let's get back to this though. I swear to God, oh my mama.
IG and reacted to news that Jimmy Henchman was reportedly stabbed in prison. For anyone who missed it, 50 posted LMAO, Jimmy the Rat.
And it got to a point I was entertaining him so much because he used to come see me. He came to see me once. I didn't have no music recorded at the time. And then so he had me call his voicemail and rap. So Drake could hear it. And when I'm doing all this during that period of time, when 50 said, give me 30 days, when I get back, I'm going to make it right. And I got a call from overseas with 50 telling me this out the blue. He didn't say no names. He was like, look, you already got a deal. Like, I haven't signed no paperwork yet. It was fresh. He's like, yeah, so you don't need to be taking no meetings or nothing. So he found out that I was entertaining Dr. Dre. And I can't think of it's going to come to me, or somebody in the comments going to tell me his name, because he ended up, it's crazy in the long run, he's in Puto's wife, family. So Puto got a wife that was born on the same day as myself, January 19. Her name is Jamie. And years after this happened, and I mean, like, this was like only like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, come to find out, this dude that I can't think of his name is my sister-in-law, Jamie family, and she put me on the phone with him. And it would never imagine, like I said, this dude was like soft, curly hair, Puerto Rican looking, and Jamie is chocolate, sister, ebony Nubian. So when they say family, it blow your mind. I don't know if somebody's adopted through marriage, but it threw me off that she could get me on the phone with him that quick. I just can't think of his name. Game know his name, though.
Got poked up in the joint. It's hard to be tough around tough people. LOL. So once again, 50 was the one putting this messy update right in everybody's face. Now let's be real. This tension between 50 Cent and Jimmy Henchman is nothing new at all. This drama goes all the way back to the mid-2000s, around the time Jimmy was managing the game. For years, people kept saying Jimmy was the one pushing game to go.
Wait. But I don't want to say that. Somebody Benz and getting shot too is associated with this dude.
Against 50 and the whole G Unit camp. And that only made everything more toxic. And this whole situation did not stay small either. Things got way too personal.
I think his name is Angelo. Don't quote me, but I think his name is Angelo.
Way too fast. And the fallout from this feud has been talked about across YouTube for a long time now. Every time Jimmy's name comes up, 50 seems ready to throw another shot. And this latest post just brought all that old drama right back outside again, and people are watching real closely. I'll drop the link in the description, but like I said, this whole situation really spiraled out of control fast. The moment things got physical involving Henchman's son, everything shifted. And from there, it just kept getting messier. When you really sit back and think about it, it's wild how deep this whole situation goes. Now here we are in 2026, and Jimmy Henchman is still locked up, but his name refuses to stay quiet. Every now and then, it pops right back up, especially with all the drama surrounding 50 Cent this year. A lot of rappers have been bringing him up again, throwing out claims and revisiting old accusations connected to the Loey Mac situation, and that keeps the conversation heated. Now to be clear, those rumors were already addressed before, but that does not stop people from bringing it back into the spotlight. Even recently, when T.I. and King got into it, that same question about Loey Mac came up again, and you could see how quickly things turned serious. That just shows.
It's crazy because Punto had a sister born on January 19th too. So me, him, and his sister and his wife used to celebrate our birthday on the same day. We only was at the same place on our birthday night one time though. Yeah, shout out to Danielle. Love you, baby.
This is not just gossip. This is real hip-hop history that keeps resurfacing. For those who don't know the full story, go do your homework. I'll leave a link in the description so you can really dive into the history between 50 Cent and Jimmy Henchman, because this situation got real serious. Back then, things were so heated that people connected to that circle were on high alert, and the tension around 50 and his crew was on another level entirely. Now let's talk about that paperwork that's been floating all over social media. That same paperwork even...
How do you have a nigga from the West Coast to a large degree was heavy knee deep in this whole situation with you, and you know it, and you just leave him for dead, cuz talking about if he had a record. Oh, that's how I know cuz ain't no gangster, bro. Oh, my mama.
Got posted by King during his back and forth with 50, especially when things got messy involving comments about Tiny. It just shows how fast old drama gets pulled right back into the spotlight whenever new issues pop off and people start connecting everything again. But here's the wild part. We're in 2026 and 50 still hasn't let anything slide. The fact that he even made that post about Jimmy Henchman getting stabbed shows he's always watching and ready to speak on it. And let's be honest, a lot of people are looking at him like, was that too far or just classic 50 being 50?
Have you ever thought about this? What if he did get stabbed and nobody, as far as the correctional officers or the staffs, knew about it? You ever thought about that? And now, because of him saying this online to the world, there could be an investigation into trying to solve the crime of who tried to kill Jimmy Henchman in prison. Do you know they may have come and stripped him down to see if he has any stab wounds? Just have you thought about that?
So now it's on you. What do you think about his reaction? Some people say he crosses the line. Others say that's just who he is. At this point, 50 openly embraces being petty. People even call him the king of it. And after seeing how he reacted to situations like Irv Gotti passing, it's clear you really can't predict how he's going to move next. That's just how 50 operates. But here's where it gets even more interesting.
His mama died. He go on a song and tell the whole world he grew up sexually confused because his mama was sucking on kitty cat. That's the most disrespectful thing in the whole world, to try to express to the world why you so sexually confused. Growing up, I was confused, my mama, a girl. Because your mama, why do we have to know your mama sucked punani? And then you want to clown Lil King and say, oh, your daddy had your mama eat every box in Atlanta. But you put your mama on blast for eating box too, though. That's crazy.
Because every time
Vivica ate your box, your boy box.
something like this happens, it keeps
you hold your ankles for it, though. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Keeps 50 Cent right in the middle of the conversation. He knows exactly how to stay relevant. And moments like this just keep his name buzzing across social media nonstop. Whether people agree with him or not, they're still watching, still reacting, and still talking about it. And let's not ignore how calculated this can look. 50 has built a reputation for reacting fast, posting first, and turning serious situations into viral moments. Some people see it as entertainment. Others feel like it crosses a line. But either way, it keeps the spotlight locked on him every single time something goes down. At the same time, this also shows how certain situations in hip-hop never fully fade away. Even years later, one post can bring everything back up and remind people just how deep these issues go. And with 50, it feels like nothing ever really gets left in the past. If anything, it just waits for the right moment to come back outside. So now the real question is this just social media strategy, or is this personal for 50 at this point?
I work with Michael B. Jordan, Nipsey, Game, Wood Harris, Kendrick, and some more names before this nigga. Oh, my mama.
Because the way he moves, it feels like he's always ready to revisit old situations and keep that energy alive, no matter how much time has passed.
I hope that's true. Let's get it cracking. Let's talk about it, Curtis. Curtis to Curtis.
So yeah, all of this kicked off on IG, with 50 Cent being the one breaking the news about Jimmy Henchman reportedly getting stabbed behind bars. Now I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this whole situation got people split for real.
But that old girl that Diddy was, that got Diddy, look, he thought he was in love. I don't know what you talk about me. But I'm a mom, I eat. That can't be. Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire.
And what do you think about that paperwork floating around on 50, claiming he gave statements out of fear for his life during that whole situation? Because let's be honest, ever since that beef escalated, things got serious fast, and people have been throwing accusations at 50 for years. Some keep saying he told, others say that paperwork is fake, and from what's been looked into, those claims were already shut down. But still, the conversation keeps coming back, and people keep debating it like it just happened. So speak on it in the comments. I'm reading everything, and if you rock with the content, make sure you subscribe to DripZine, like this video, share it.
Yeah, do all that for the homie, because we reacted to it. Yeah, I think it's old, man. You keep picking at all this old petty and trying to push some nigga that just ain't happened. Hope he ain't started no investigation in that prison. I'm just saying, because I ain't know when. Tell me, rest in peace to Chris Lighty. One question, Curtis, when the gangsters ever start investigating murders?
Let me get you on camera. Where you from?
California.
No, for real. You know, I'm serious though.
Watts, baby.
I know where you from though. Where you from?
Eastside PJ Watts.
I'm from Grace 2 Rock, nigga.
Right.
They call you, homie?
Big Slice.
Big Slice?
Yes, yes.
All right, nigga. They call me Puto, cuz.
Right.
You in that hustle. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. all that.